to give them advice, usually about boys. Mm-hmm. And
or girls. We don't discriminate. Oh, sorry.
that's true.
Yeah, it's just normal.
Look at this party foul already.
Let's see what it does here. Is it going to go through? Yeah, I was really hoping it would. That is a terrible party foul on my behalf.
No, it's not like that.
So what's this doing?
It's just like supposed to cleanse negative energy. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I do really like the way it smells.
Okay. And it's called sage?
No, this is Palo Santo.
Palo Santo.
Yeah.
You got to talk to me like I'm an idiot.
I don't know how to explain it.
What is Palo Santo?
It's like a special type of wood.
It looks like a nice cigar.
I know, but it's just like a special type of wood, and it's supposed
It
to
does
like
smell good.
clean the energy. So if there's any like attachments from the last reading that I did, so it doesn't like impact you.
Could there be bad things that happen?
No.
Never.
No.
So even if like I start floating and turn into like the Exorcist,
That won't happen.
but what if it does? Wouldn't that be cool?
I mean, that would have literally nothing to do with me.
I don't know. I don't even know. Like I asked somebody today if like I was so nervous. Okay, wait. Let's start the podcast and then I'll tell you more.
Okay.
Let's get that thing open.
I'm gonna have you do it because I get really scared popping this stuff.
Wait, I have to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, do I have to like hit it?
No.
Like when
You just like twist it.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm a dumb
I just
guy.
get really scared that it's gonna. I have like a fear that it's gonna smack me in the face.
Wouldn't you have a better chance of you opening it and it hitting me rather than me opening it and hitting you?
It's just.
All right, give it to me.
Yeah, you've got it.
All right. Oh, jeez.
You just twist it. Nothing bad happens.
Okay.
Jesus, that scared
Whoa!
me. See?
Oh, okay, it still did do the thing.
Yeah, it does it.
Okay. Sorry if that was loud in your ears.
No, it was fine.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Am I just drinking out of the bottle?
Yeah, I mean, it's yours.
Okay.
I've never had somebody request champagne before.
You know me. I gotta keep it like super bougie.
Okay.
That's an odd mixture. Cinnamon and Powerade.
Just gotta stay hydrated. Don't want to have a hangover.
You know, the other day I did mix like loopy flavored vodka
What
with
is
a liquid
lube flavored, like KY jelly?
No, like loopy, like Fruit Loops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with liquid IV, and I felt like I was really like beating the system.
Wait, what's liquid IVs? Like what you take in the next day to not get a hangover?
Well, it's just like a.
So
it's
you
like
were-
an IV.
Oh, so you were doing it while you were drinking?
Yeah.
So super smart. That's what
I know.
I've been fighting with people about this. Everybody calls me, I don't know how you feel about the P word, but I'll just say the P word. Everybody keeps calling me the P word because I chase. Well, guess what? I can drink 2 of these. During this podcast, I can drink 2 of these. I won't have a hangover tomorrow. It's not going to happen.
That's impressive. I'll absolutely have a hangover.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least the snow stopped falling.
Yeah.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is Shop 30 Podcast, and I am Shayne Neubert, and today we have a very special guest in the studio. I mean, she's already lighting shit up in here. I don't know. She requested champagne, but, I mean, the beautiful Haley Petty's in the studio. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I've tried to have you here for a long time, but now we've got so much more going on during this episode today.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a tarot card reader.
Yes.
Is there a name for that?
No, I would say that that's probably the best way to describe
wizard?
it. Sure. Yeah, definitely a wizard.
Is a wizard is like the counterpart to a wizard of like, would that be a witch?
I'm pretty sure that a wizard is a male
Witch. Oh, okay.
Right?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You're the one with the vibes.
With the vibe.
I don't know. I don't know. But yes, we're going to talk about your Etsy stuff a little bit. We're going to talk. But I don't. So, what is your process for the like? Oh wait, Shot 30 podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Castbox, YouTube, all those things. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. All right.
That was impressive.
Thanks. I've said it a lot of times.
Wow.
Okay, so what are we doing here today? And you've opened up a business of your own doing this.
Yeah. So I never intended for that to be the thing. I really didn't ever plan on telling anybody that I did this, ever.
You were just doing it for yourself?
Yeah.
You can do it on yourself?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a massage. Like, you shouldn't... It doesn't feel the same, though?
No, it's just... So the whole reason I got into it is because I wanted to, like, connect better with my intuition.
And how do you connect with that?
So tarot's a really great way.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like... Tarot isn't, like... I can't predict the future. If I could, I think I would have come up with a way to, like, end COVID or... be a millionaire.
What are you going to tell me?
So typically what I feel like my readings are, it's kind of like whatever you need to know to be able to be the best version of yourself.
What if I'm turning into a terrible version of myself? What if everything's going the wrong direction?
Well, then the cards will tell you. And they're kind of bitchy sometimes. They're a little, like, savage.
So, and not in no way do I mean to demean you or discredit you.
Don't do that.
But when I was on TikTok and I was going live when our page was like really blowing up, I used to have to figure out what I would do with these lives. So I would do tarot card readings with a stack of playing cards, like just regular poker cards.
Yeah.
And I would be like, somebody comment and I'll tell you your past, present, and future. And I would just like 7 of hearts. I'm like, oh, this is a great card.
Yeah.
This means that you have love on the... And I would just sit there and bullshit. It was funny.
Yeah.
I had fun with that.
No, I mean, I feel like that's like what 99% of like the TikTok tarot is. It's just like bullshit.
But what tells you that this is real? Do you have like a spirit animal?
I do, actually.
What's your spirit animal?
You're going to roast me. I just know it.
I'm not going to roast you. I'm not going to roast you.
Well, I know a lot of people do, but it sounds so like woo-woo and witchy, but my therapist is actually a shaman, like for real.
What's that mean?
So she is Native American.
Oh, okay.
And she's a shaman, so she's like the person who can tell you your spirit animal and teach you how to like connect with it and everything.
Okay, so why are you avoiding telling me what yours was?
I'm a dolphin.
Oh, no, that's like the best thing you can be, and that's like the smartest creature. Wait, isn't that like the third smartest creature? Octopus is 1.
Yeah.
What's 2?
I don't know.
I think probably humans is 2.
Doubtful. Have you seen humans lately?
Yeah,
The most intelligent.
And we know a group of them. We know a group of the... I'd call them the lower class. They're a step below us. They're beneath us.
Maybe just a little.
We're better than them.
Just a little.
I mean, look at us. Look at us thriving in our livelihoods.
Just thriving.
Yeah. Okay, so now your spirit animal tells you...
It's not really my spirit animal. I don't even know what to call it. It's just, I didn't believe in any of this stuff before either. Like, I didn't think that tarot was anything real.
Uh-huh.
And I thought you had to have, like, a gift of some sort to be able to do it. And I definitely don't. But it's just each card has a story, right? So, like, the death card, like, you would immediately think that it means you're going to die or something bad's going to happen to you. But it's actually all about, like, new beginnings and, like, starting over. And everything in life comes to an end and then something new begins afterwards. So the death card is actually, like, a really great card to get.
Oh.
So it's basically just, like, you can take that story and then figure out how it applies to you.
My first card that you're going to draw is going to be the death card.
This did actually happen to my aunt. She was, like,
The card might actually bleed.
She was super scared of this and was, like, being just ridiculous.
Should we call her? No. We just got this new attachment so we can call people on the podcast.
No, she would.
Damn.
She would probably not be happy.
That would have been cool to try the first call.
But yeah, she was like, I just know I'm going to get the death card. And I was like, you probably will. You're starting a new job. So, like, I bet you will. And she did get the death card. It was like one of the first ones. She's like, I knew it. I'm going to die. I was like, no, you're not. That's not what it means.
Do you think that, so tarot cards and like palm reading and what's the other? Hypnotizing? Mm-hmm. Do you think those are like all hand in hand?
No.
I've always wanted to be hypnotized so bad. Can you learn how to do that?
Sure.
Imagine hypnotizing somebody, then reading their tarot cards.
That sounds unnecessary.
It sounds like you literally set yourself apart from every other tarot card reader out there.
I mean, I guess that's true.
It really
I guess that's true.
Have you ever been hypnotized?
No.
Except for right now, looking at me.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, the 69 on the wall is just really,
or the boobs,
really doing it for me.
I've always wanted to be hypnotized. Like I even know when we were in school, they had those people come in, and then they like have all those people like their heads would like drop down in high school.
I do not remember that.
Maybe it was before you got into high school and I was still in high school.
Maybe.
Because they had them come in and then they made like, I remember like specifically like Jacob Parks, like he got hypnotized, whatever the hell happened, but I thought he was lying and I really thought he was lying, but he said he did not remember a single thing.
Huh. Maybe I was hypnotized through most of high school because I don't really remember most of it.
Maybe you were one of the ones that went up there and then they never got you out of it. And you've just been living in this matrix.
I mean, maybe, but I really don't think so. I would have never volunteered for something like that, ever.
Well, I mean, okay, so, I mean, you were getting a little complicated here. I did want to tell you that I called one of my friends today because I really didn't know what tarot card reading entails. I know that I was excited, but I was nervous, and I have hyperhidrosis. So my whole life, I've been terrified of shaking people's hands because I have an extra sweat gland in my hand. I'll just start talking about it, and my hands will start pouring sweat. It's one of the worst. That's whenever you see me hug people, like all the time. I built that into my head when I was like 9 years old because I was so afraid to shake people's hands. What I always say is like, I do hugs. That's why I tell everybody, I give everybody hugs. It's because I do not want to shake somebody's hand, and I get terrified. Every business meeting where they're like, I give a shake, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, my hands will just pour. Yeah.
So you're nervous?
Do you have? No, it's not nervous. It's just it. If I think about it, it happens. Do you have anything weird like that?
Probably.
Yeah. Like a good helping of butt hair or something. You just don't want to show people that.
No.
All right. So what is the process for this now? How do you learn this, or do you just pick up the deck of cards and then it's built inside of you? It's like
So I still look up a lot because there's so many cards and each card has like different meanings, and I don't want to just immediately assume that my story that I put with that card is what you need to hear. So I still look up a lot of things.
I want to hear what I don't need to hear.
What you don't need to hear?
Yeah,
well, then
I want to hear the shit that this card has to tell me.
You will.
Okay.
You really will.
Okay.
I don't like hold it back, or I try not to sugarcoat it too much because like sometimes you need to hear the hard stuff,
And so now, would you consider this part of like the spiritual world?
Yeah.
Now, how in touch are you with the spiritual world?
I really got into like a whole spiritual like awakening last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of how why I started all of this is just because I was really waking up, I guess, for lack of a better term. Mm-hmm. And I've always had super strong intuition my whole life. Like my mom had super strong intuition, my aunt does, but I've ignored it, and it's gotten me into a lot of unfortunate situations by ignoring it and not listening to it. So I decided that I was done with that and wanted to work on tuning into it a little bit better and trusting it. And this is a really great way to do that. And so I started there, and then I started reading for friends to give them advice, usually about boys. Mm-hmm. And
or girls. We don't discriminate. Oh, sorry.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just normal.
Look at this party foul already.
Yeah, let's see what it does here. Is it going to go through? Yeah, I was really hoping it would. That is a terrible party foul on my behalf. I'm going to go grab a rag real fast.
Okay.
Don't call me out on a fucking party foul. I'm going to clip that. Hey, clip it. Clip that part. Did you see the Jason Gottlieb podcast?
I did, actually.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. It was a full hour and a half of clip it.
Yeah.
We were very nervous what we could.
There was a lot of clipping.
Yeah.
Being talked about. I don't know if anything actually got clipped, but it was talked about a lot.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of stuff that we were talking about penises a lot, and he didn't want his brothers to hear the specifics of, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like we got in depth about hand jobs and stuff. Like, it was really, how do you do it? How would I do it? What would you change? Stuff like that. So just basic stuff.
Yeah,
But so like the spiritual whole world, like that kind of like really, I've always been a guy that I feel like weird stuff has happened and weird stuff's always followed me until, I don't know if I've ever told this story on here. So we buckle in. Okay. So me and Timmery had went to we went to Wisconsin for something. And on the way back, there's a hotel called the Don Q Inn.
Okay.
There's a giant airplane out in front of it. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I think it's by like the caves or something like that. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that way. What they have is all themed rooms, hotel rooms, like an igloo room, a jungle room, like.
That's fun.
And I was really big into like the casino, like playing cards and Hold'em. I was playing all the time. And so we stopped at this hotel and we're like, you know what? We're like 2 hours away from home, but let's extend this vacation by one more day. And so we go into the room. We love it. There's like mirrors everywhere, like card tables. It's the casino room. And so we go out, we get a deck of cards and we get some dice, we order some pizzas. And we're in this giant jacuzzi waiting on the pizza guy to get there. And I'm like, baby, he's here. Like, you gotta, like, she was getting into the tub, so she had a towel on, and she's like, what do you mean he's here? I was like, the pizza guy, he just knocked on the door. Nobody knocked on the door. And she opened, like, nobody's here. And I was like, oh, wow, that was weird. And, like, we take a couple of pictures, like, our feet up. And then, okay, so I'll just tell you the story the way it all happened. So we take a couple pictures, and then we go to the bed, and I'm like, I want to take a couple, like, look at how cool this is with all these mirrors around and everything. I want to take a couple really cool pictures of her. She's naked. And so she's, like, leaned over the bed, and I'm, like, laying on the floor, but there's a mirror on the floor and a mirror on the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And so we do that, blah, blah, blah. Pizza guy gets there. We take the pizza. Now we're rolling dice. She says, do you want to play Yahtzee or something? That's with dice only, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And so I was like, I've never played Yahtzee. She's like, okay, we'll roll the dice to see who goes first. And so we just pull out this one table, and I roll the dice, and it's a 7. And then she rolls the dice, and it's a 7. And then I roll again, and it's or 6. I'm sorry, 6. 7. That's not even on a dice. But it's a 6. And then she rolls a 6. And then I roll a 6. And then she rolls a 6. And then I roll a 1. And then she rolls 1. We hit 11 doubles in a row before we were so scared. Like, what in the fucking, like, the percentages, the odds of that happening are so slim. I mean, we're talking 0.00001 of rolling two separate people rolling doubles, a different number at that as well.
Yeah.
11 times in a row. And so we're like scared at this point. Something was really, really off. And I'm like, if we roll doubles again, I want to get the fuck out of here. Something doesn't feel right. And I think I hear somebody knock on the door again. So I go check this fucking door again. Nobody's there. And we roll the dice, and it was 6. And then she throws it and walks away, and it goes 6. And we're like, let's fucking go. So we go to get the fuck out of there. As I go to open the front door, the light that was right above a cam light that was right in front of the door burns out, sparks.
Hell no. Run.
We get into the car, and I am literally like breathing. I'm spitting everywhere. I'm breathing so fucking heavy at this point. And she's like, whoa, like, what the fuck was that? And we look at the pictures. And what I saw in the pictures will forever haunt the fuck out of me. Like, I have no idea. I took 2 pictures of her on the bed. The first picture, it looks like almost like a doll, like a full-bodied doll is looking down at her from the ceiling mirror.
You are bullshitting me right now.
I swear on my children's lives. I swear on their lives. I will not lie. I promise you on everything. If I'm lying to you, then every child in the world drops right now. I'm telling you, that's how much I'm serious. So that happens, and then we go to the next picture over. The next picture over, it wasn't no toy anymore. It was a full fucking human-shaped body in the same exact position, and I hadn't moved. So now there's people out there that have seen this picture, like legitimately seen this picture. We posted it at one point, and we had so many people reaching out to us, like ghost hunters and this and that. Now the next picture, the one where we were in the tub, my foot something was so wrong with this picture. It was completely distorted on just my foot. It looked like I was a burn victim. Like my whole foot was all like it looked like it was charred. It was a black and white picture, and it looked like it was charred. And it was so weird. And then so we're like panicking, driving home. And as we're flying home, I mean, it was 2.5 hours away. We got home in an hour and 40 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God, the exit that we're going to take, 123, is the same room number as our fucking hotel room. And on exit 123 is the casino. And as we went to hit that exit, a semi ran me off the road into the grass, not far enough that I went all the way into the ditch. And then we made it home, spazzed and spooked and scared, all this stuff. And then all hell started breaking loose in this house. When we got home, I'm not kidding, our garage doors would open up and close. The girls would be like, who called me? People were like, all day long, your garage door was just going up and down. Like the whole time. We took the batteries out, it's still going up and down. Like out of all the things, like maybe somebody's sitting on one. And then the one day that really was the icing on the cake was me and Timmy were going to work, and Gabby, our blue healer, she passed away, but when we had her, she's lightning fast. And she got out of the fence, and we were trying to go to work. So she was maybe like 3 houses down the road that way. And I grab her, and I'm looking at Timmy, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's talking to this woman on the road. She's talking to this woman just standing on the street. I'm like, come pick me up so we can get the dog back in the house and, and get to work.
Yeah.
And she pulls up to me, and she's like, why are you so pissed? I was like, because what are you doing talking to that woman? She goes, what woman? I was like, the woman that you were just standing there looking at, or like that was standing right behind your car. And she's like, Shayne, there was no woman. I was not there. Nobody walked by. And then, so for the next couple weeks, like the garage doors were going up and down. I mean, it was all so weird.
Why are you still living here?
I don't know. They're gone now. Until you bring them back.
Done?
Yeah, until you bring them back.
All right, well, I have sage. You can have it.
Yeah, I might need that cigar. So have you had any crazy, like?
Well, there's something weird that happened to me yesterday.
Oh,
that has, and I don't know, and I'm going to sound so crazy, but I was, doing this client, and I had been talking about...
What do you mean by doing your client?
I do hair.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So he's, doing her hair.
Yeah, okay.
And I was, talking about tarot reading, and all of a sudden, I had, a whoosh in my ear, and it started ringing really loud. And for some reason, I couldn't stop thinking about gambling.
What the fuck?
Isn't that weird?
Fuck?
It really bothered me because I was like, is this about her? Is this, what is this? Why am I thinking about gambling so much? And I kept seeing, card numbers and stuff. And I don't know. That's just really weird that you would bring up a casino. That's just really weird. I don't know what else. I don't know what it means.
Fucked up.
But it's a little weird.
It is. And there's a manatee crossing right behind you. So that's weird as well. Have you seen it?
No.
Look at it. Manatee crossing.
Oh.
Yeah. I wonder if that's a real thing. If that's a real sign that belongs somewhere.
I don't know.
I would love to be a part of a manatee crossing. Are manatees mean?
I honestly didn't even know what a manatee is.
When you look at it, you still don't know what it is?
Now I know what it is, but I didn't know. That.
What's a walrus? Isn't that close to a manatee?
Well, that's what that looks like to me.
Oh, a walrus is more like a seal. That's more of like a whale, I think.
Okay. We'll go with that because I don't know.
Yeah, this whole gambling thing's weird. I tried to change the subject because I got a little nervous.
That's really weird.
And were you a Harry Potter fan?
No.
You were never a Harry Potter fan?
No.
Okay, I was just going to say, because I was looking at Dobby, and I feel like his head moved over there.
I doubt that.
I don't know. I'm just getting nervous now.
Yeah, don't start, because then I'll be scared all night, and I'll have to sleep with the lights on in my own house.
Do you live alone?
I do.
Oh, God.
The other night, oh my God, it scared the shit out of me. Sorry, can I cuss on here?
I think you fucking can.
Okay. I was working on my Etsy stuff, and all of a sudden, I had a smoothie that I had made in a blender cup that I couldn't get the lid off, so I just was letting it sit and not messing with it. It exploded, and it scared the shit out of me, out of nowhere. It just randomly exploded. It scared me so bad I called my aunt, and I was like,
"What did you put in that would pressurize it?"
mean, it was just like a protein smoothie thing, but it was spooky, and I got really scared. I had been listening to a murder podcast, and I turned that ish off. And
Why do you think people love murder podcasts?
I don't know. I just think it's fascinating
What about it?
that like people are that crazy.
Fucked up? Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's never been a time in my life where I'd be like, the solution to this problem is killing that person.
Or eating them.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm hungry. There's McDonald's. I have $2. Or, in most cases, you could probably walk into McDonald's and be like, I don't have any money. Can I just get a sandwich?
Yeah.
But I don't think people actually realize if you were starving to death and you walked in a place and you can eat a sandwich, they're going to probably give you the sandwich.
Yeah.
You'd have to be a real stuck-up prude. You'd have to be a real, what was that one mean teacher that we... What was that really mean teacher? Oh, God. She was real skinny and rode horses.
Real skinny.
Taught English.
Oh, are you talking about the one that
Bolins?
didn't believe that the Holocaust happened or whatever?
No, that's Miss Breed. That was Miss Breed. And Miss Breed said that to me word for word. Like,
Were you the one who started that?
no, I didn't. I would never start anything like... I just know that when we were talking about it in class, she got pissed and she told all of us, she goes, I will tell you what I think or what I know happened because my father was a part of it. And that's a lot of brainwashing type. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know, like because we try to glorify ourselves as America. Oh, yeah, look at how great we are.
Yeah.
We fucking slaughter people to take land and we do this and we do that. But I mean... Holocaust happened, dog.
Yeah, there's no denying that.
Yeah, I know you love your dad, but he starved some people out there.
He made big mistakes.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know. There was a couple of mean teachers. I had one of you probably never met Mr. Polk.
Yeah, he was my 4th grade teacher.
Dude, Mr. Polk is the only teacher I've ever had that every single person loves so much, and he was the meanest human being ever to me.
Are you serious?
He was such a jerk to me.
He was
Swear.
so funny.
He was funny. He was upbeat. He was silly. He played with everyone. He was such a jerk to me. Like, it was unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it was because it all started when he was, I guess, informed that I have to wear my glasses. And so then he started making fun of me whenever I didn't, because I wouldn't wear my glasses. I didn't want to wear them. So I hid them in my pocket.
Yeah, I did that
But
too.
then he would start making fun of me because I'm not wearing them. And like everybody would laugh and he would make all these jokes. And I just sat there like I was sick to myself. I did not like him.
Yeah.
Mr. Puck, you. He might be a great guy. I was just a kid, didn't even know him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Best teacher ever.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, who?
I don't think. Oh, the best teacher ever?
Yeah.
Are we talking elementary or high school?
We're talking Weathersfield in general. Were you in Weathersfield the whole time? You
Yes.
went. I thought when you were younger you went somewhere else. Oh.
No, I was just invisible.
Gotcha.
No, I went to Weathersfield the whole time. I don't know. Elementary was probably Mrs. Cook. I love her. She's the best. I don't think you had her. I think she was the first year.
Miss Cook.
Yeah, 3rd grade.
I don't know.
And then in high school, I loved Mr. Clark.
Me and Mr. Clark did not meet eye to eye until my senior year. And dude, Mr. Clark is such a solid.
Yeah, I love him still to this day.
And we had a very well understanding of each other at the end. It's because he thought that I was a stuck up like prick.
Yeah.
He thought that I was just wanted to be an asshole. And then I got suspended from school my senior year. I don't know if you remember that or not.
I don't. I think we had Vietnam together with him though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember. Okay, so Chase Peach. Do you remember Chase Peach?
Yes.
Well, it was senior night for basketball,
Okay.
and Chase Peach hadn't played at all that
Oh,
whole
yeah, I
season,
remember
and we were
that.
getting blown out every game. We sucked.
Yeah.
We did not have a good basketball team, and so Chase Peach didn't play, and I was close friends with him. I'm like, put him in for like the last minute. It was senior night, and he didn't get to play. And they put him in with 15 seconds left in the game. We were down by 30. And I just was so disgusted by that So I went to the next one, and I sat on Stark County side wearing Stark County stuff, chanting "Go Stark County" the whole time. And then Gene Hewlick walked up to me and said, "You need to leave." I was like, "Why?" For cheering. I didn't say anything crazy. You know, people were like, "Oh, I was screaming." No, all I said was "Go Stark County." I yelled it real loud though. And so he goes, "You need to get out of here." And I was like, I'll just contact my family attorney. What in the fuck made me say that? And I didn't even know what an attorney was at that period in time. Like, I knew what Call of Duty and football were. And so I said that, and he walked away afraid of me. He let me sit there. Next day in gym class, I walked up to Jeff Parsons, and I was like, "Dude, I think this is crazy. These guys go out like for baseball and football and basketball, and they're down by 40, and all they want to do is just step on the court for 1 second." I said, "It's garbage the way."
Yeah.
I was like, Chase Peach, you're gonna make him go to practice every single day. You're gonna tell him hard work pays off, and you're gonna tell him all these things, and then you can't put the kid on the court for 7 fucking seconds, like.
Yeah. And like, it's Wethersfield. I'm sorry, but like, it's not the NBA. It's not like win or lose, you're gonna like die. It's literally, no one even knows what that school is or anything about it.
Yep.
No one would recognize it anywhere else.
Yeah, we're literally the two most famous people that came out of that school.
I'm definitely not.
I mean, because we're on this podcast right now.
Oh, okay. I get clout now, just for being on
Fuck yeah, you do. Because if you ever get like, what's that blonde chick's name that she does, like, she tells people, like, she sees the spirits around her?
Oh,
Long Island Medium.
Yeah, the big hair.
What's her name?
Theresa Caputo. I think.
Like Mr. Caputo from Orange is the New Black. You ever
Am
seen
I
that?
wrong? Is it not Caputo?
I don't know. Caputo, that's a great name,
We're
though.
going to go with it.
I wish that was my last name. I should get that changed. But okay, so so the basketball, like, I ended up getting suspended because I did say that, but then I dumped all the basketball containers, you know, those big metal cards, dumped them all into the basketball court and said, "Here, Chase, I'll let you play. I'll let you shoot," and dumped all the basketballs. Then I did cartwheels around Jeff Parsons, and then got sent to the office, and I sat there cool as hell. As Miss Betts is like, "You fuck up?" I was like, "Yep."
I loved Miss Betts.
Oh, she was the best. And then the craziest thing was I got a 4-day suspension because it was a Monday. So I had Thursday through Friday off. And every single teacher was like, "I'm actually kind of proud of what you did. You weren't the idiot that they're trying to play you out to be." Gave me a 100% or an exempt on every assignment. I didn't have to make up anything. I was off school for that whole week and didn't do a damn thing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I
Mr.
think
Clark
I
was
do
part of that.
remember that a little bit. Yeah, that's why I loved Mr. Clark, was because like he didn't play into like the whole politics of Wethersfield.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were like, I was a really good student, so he knew who I was and he knew my name and he knew things about me because I was a good student and I proved that to him. It didn't matter if I was on the basketball team or the volleyball team or if my parents were on the board. Like none of that mattered. It just mattered if I was a good kid. And he was always like kind of an asshole to the kids who were.
Oh yeah.
Who were that. Like I loved it. I was like, get him.
Yeah, I think the thing that I think that is kind of cool and I can kind of relate to, not so much as like his success, but like he was a superstar. And a lot of people don't know this. Matt Clark was an all-state basketball player, all-state running back. I mean, he was a huge athlete. And he was, I think he played college sports and everything like that, and he was a big deal. And so when he walks into a high school setting, it's very easy for someone to still have that, like, ego-filled, like, you know, "Listen, you would never be better than me at this," or "You don't listen because I know what's right, and you're wrong."
Yeah.
And that's something that I think I kind of take away from him a little bit as a grown adult, because I don't think that sports separates. I don't think my powerlifting separates me from anybody in any way.
Yeah.
It's just a hobby that you were good at,
Right.
you know, like,
Yeah.
And that's what it all comes down to at the end of the day. So many different people have just fucking hobbies that,
Yeah.
They, like that they're great at. That's just what each individual thing is. You get one guy who can throw a football a fucking mile, and then you have one guy who can balance on their pinky toe for 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
it's all equally impressive to me.
Yes. Agreed. Yeah, I loved Clark. He was great.
Hell yeah.
Do you remember when him and Trill had beef?
No.
That was like my senior year, and I want to know what it was about so bad. I'm a nosy little Nelly, and I want to know what the beef was, because they were like besties for the resty.
Oh,
and then they got in a big fight, and that was it. They like never talked again. It was a big, like, if you mentioned Clark in Trill's class, he would like,
I know.
He wanted your head.
I had heard a bit about it.
Nuts.
I think they were a couple. I think they were secretly banging. Like,
I love that.
they could have been. Would you have peeked in that door?
No, but I just think that's cute.
If you were walking down the hallway, you wouldn't have peeked in the doorway and watched for a second?
I was pretty nosy.
Yeah, so you would have
So
peeked
I
in.
definitely would have peeked in.
So why'd you lie to me? How do we build a friendship off lies?
I don't know.
All
I don't
right.
know.
How am I going to trust you with these cards if you're already lying to me? I already knew the truth. Everybody would peek in.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. And then, there was a lot of teachers in our school that got in trouble for banging in the classrooms.
What?
Yeah, Hewlett got caught.
Shut the front door.
So I swear, or at least as far as I'm aware, the principal of the...
Mr. Whistle? Do you remember him? Can you do it? I can't do it.
No, I can't do it
The
either.
whistle, though?
I can't. Yeah,
He would like... Students?
Yeah.
Students?
But yeah, maybe I'll just bleep the names, or maybe I'll leave them in. I don't know. I'm always I'll probably bleep it the first time, but then not the second time, because then I think it creates more of like a, oh, he missed it, or, oh, that's funny that he didn't bleep it the second time.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, so the principal was banging the secretary when his wife was the assistant, like office assistant. Yeah. And then another one was you remember
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and then he banged Mrs. Wolf. Yep. Yeah, and that one was bad. Yeah, there's a lot of... And then one time... one time... Have you ever heard about the story when she did the splits?
We're talking about, like, the sign, like the... No, let's not.
I had to be Prince Charming. Is
that what you played?
Prince Charming, the Big Bad Wolf, and something else. Because remember, it was 3, like...
Yeah, I don't remember what I was. I know I wasn't in the Big Bad Wolf, but I remember I was, like, a jury member.
I thought that you were, like, not... Yes!
I was
you
a
were one of the
jury-
little pigs?
You,
Claire Pill, and someone else was a little pig.
A little pig, yeah.
Yeah, you were. Because I was thinking thing 1, thing 2. And I was like, why am I thinking that? But it was because there was 3 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really dumb. All of them were dumb. And I did, like, 3 of them, unfortunately.
Which one would have... What play would have been your dream play and what role? Come on. Don't make that stanky face. Come on. Pick something for real and mean it. Who would you have to...
To be honest, I don't watch a lot of plays, so I don't feel like I know.
Well, then fine. Pick a movie that we're going to act as a play and you get to be the character.
A Cinderella story. Obviously.
A Cinderella story. Do I know what that is?
If you don't know what that is, I'm literally leaving. With Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray? She's Cinderella? She wears the mask and he doesn't recognize her because he's stupid?
Chad Michael Murray.
I could literally
Wait, is that Hey Now? Hey Now?
Well, yeah, that's Hilary Duff.
This is what dream...
But that's not... That's
Hilary
Lizzie
Duff
McGuire.
goes... Yeah, that's Lizzie McGuire goes to Paris.
Italy. Close.
Calls.
But
Was that
Cinderella story is literally the story of Cinderella, but it's like Hilary Duff is Cinderella.
I do remember
and it's
it.
like texting, like it was all based on AOL.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
it was like when Instant Messenger.
So you would play Chad Michael Murray?
No, I would be Hilary Duff.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
God, and was she? Did she even act anymore?
Yeah, yeah. She's in How I Met Your Father on Hulu right now, and she still looks great, and I still want to be her.
Yeah, I had a major crush on her, and then for a hot minute. Do you remember Even Stevens?
Yes.
I had a crush on Ren.
You always reminded me of Shia.
Don't, and I hate when people say it. People say we're identical.
Not identical,
Still.
but you're the way that you acted in like elementary school, junior high, high school was like that.
Do you think who would you say is more attractive in today's world, Shia LaBeouf or me? come on. Like, I've got, like, a little bit of, like, a rugged. I know I'm a little bit more out of shape than he is, but, like, give me, like...
Well, he's, like, real crazy, so I'll go with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was on the edge of my seat for that one.
No, he's, like, crazy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He's kind of crazy.
I think so, but, I mean, he's kind of one of those guys that have been, like, the system has made them crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
And I would, dude, if I was making $20 million when I was, like... before I was 15 years old or whatever, 10 million, I'm never working again. You're never seeing me again. That's where I would be.
Yeah, same.
I'd disappear.
Maybe I should have picked him for the money.
Picked him?
Yeah, for the money. Instead of you, maybe I should have picked him so I could get the money.
So you're one of those people that think money's attractive over, the person?
No, but I'm a realist who would really like to not work.
Dude, isn't it crazy to like it's like, I mean, all these people are like, fall in love with somebody. I'm like, dude, if I was in, like, if I started all over, I would pick the richest female or male. I don't know. Who knows? I could be switched up in a bunch of different ways in the second life. But I would pick the richest person. And if I was a woman, like, yeah, fuck yeah, I would find the hottest, richest fucking dude I could find.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them, I guess. There's a lot of rich people out there.
Yeah, there are. They're just usually kind of gross.
Yeah, but I mean, they can be gross, but you just know that they're going to be on a plane a lot. And you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, or especially, like, if I was a lesbian woman, I would marry the richest guy. And I mean, have girl parties every time he leaves. Like, I'll just have, like, I've been led to believe that women don't necessarily scissor as much as the common society would figure they do. Like, the actual process of scissoring doesn't actually happen as much as you would think. And I have a lot of lesbian friends who have proven that to me. Yeah. And have you ever scissored before?
I can't say that I have. I'm learning so much. I've learned so much here.
Sorry, is this going the way you thought it would or not? We haven't even read any fucking cards yet.
For it to go any which way.
Should we read cards?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it. So, is there something in particular you want to, like, focus on? Like, we can do a spread for, like...
No, you.
Well, it's a reading for you.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, focus. What was I going to focus on in the room?
No.
Oh, so
no,
I was
like,
picking you.
Yeah.
See, that way the question could be worded weird?
I guess. Yeah. But, like, we could do, like, a career spread or, like...
Let's run through them all.
You could do, like...
I mean, you're getting paid by the hour.
We could do just, like, a general one. That's usually what people pick. It's just, like, an overall, like, what do I need to know right now type of a...
What do you think that I need to know?
Well, we can ask just that question and we can figure it out.
Okay, you're in charge now. So do I need to, like, do something like meditate?
Yeah. So I've already, like, shuffled a little bit.
I don't believe you shuffle it some more.
Okay. I didn't know how to do this for, like, a really long time. I have really small hands, and so I did.
That would be extremely different at the bridge.
Hard. I can't do a bridge. There's no way. But I can finally do it.
Oh, you can do that one.
I can do that, and I couldn't do it.
You can do a bridge. I'll teach you after.
Rachel Henson taught me how to do that.
Rachel Hansen?
Rachel Henson, my best friend.
Chris Hansen?
No, she's from Davenport.
Oh. Chris Hansen's the guy, How to Catch a Predator, right?
I think he's the Bachelor, which is kind of the same thing.
Sarah Hansen? She's a basketball player, right?
Yeah, there were a couple Sarah Hansen. Are you talking about, like, people we know, or are you
yeah, that time I was.
Okay,
there was the other Sarah Hansen, same age.
Yeah, I do her hair.
Different school.
Yeah.
The blonde one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, so now I close my eyes.
So you're gonna focus on repeating the question to yourself. What do I need to know right now? And can you focus well, or are you not a good focuser?
I think I'm swell.
Okay, because if you have to, you can draw like a figure 8 on your brain with your eyes closed, and that helps.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna focus on the same thing.
So am I saying this out loud, or am I saying this in my head?
You're just gonna say it in your head.
Okay, what am I supposed to say again?
What do I need to know right now?
What do I need to know right now?
Okay. You got the death card.
Do I open my eyes now?
Yeah, we're good.
I knew I would get the death card. I told
You did. You called it.
I'll make sure that you don't get those wet at So we got the death card. All right, give it to me.
Yep. Okay.
Is this a good spread?
Yeah. You've got a few, like, offers kind of coming in, it seems like. So, I always address the book because the book has all the knowledge.
Is this the Bible?
No.
Oh, close?
No, it just is, like, definitions of each card, and it gives me, like, a good synopsis, kind of. So, your first card is your King of Pentacles. So Pentacles are usually about like finances and like material possession.
Okay.
And typically a king is like represents a male figure. And
I am a male.
yeah, look at that. And it's usually like a father or like a manager or somebody who's in charge of money in your life or like makes decisions for you is what that card. You can either be that person or it can represent somebody that you know in your life.
And so what's it supposed to mean for me?
So it's like, it's usually about achieving comfort and security and being like a provider, kind of. So like finances should be doing pretty well right now.
Okay.
And then the next card that you got is the Ace of Wands, which wands are all about like creativity and passion and like passion projects.
Could a wand also mean, I don't know. Men have this extra...
Oh, no. No, honey. No. None of that. So an Ace of Wands is always, anytime you get an ace, it's always like a new beginning. Okay. And like fresh starts. And so it's like there might be an idea that you have that's coming to you about like your passion projects, or like you might be like something maybe with the podcast or anything related to any type of like creativity. If you have like a new idea about it, or you could be getting a new idea soon.
Okay.
And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is always a really good sign right after that. So you have that, again, Pentacles are about like money, finances, material things, something like tangible.
You're seeing a lot of money coming at me.
Yeah, it could be that. And it's like usually like an offer coming in of some sort.
Okay.
So it could be anything. And then you've got the Queen of Swords, which is usually a woman. And it's somebody who's really good at communication. They're really good at using their words. They're really good.
I ain't you, Tamara. I ain't you.
Can be like a mother figure.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes like I think the Queen of Swords can be like a little cold-hearted just because she's so like cut and dry. Like very like blunt almost and doesn't have like much of a filter. So.
We're going to go through these after you're done.
What do you mean? Go through them?
I've got something for all these so far.
You do? Really?
Yeah, for real.
I love
even if you're fucking making it up to me, you fucking got it, because these are good.
Okay.
These are good.
So that's usually what that represents. Like I sometimes, especially if it's in reverse, which it's not for you, so this isn't the case. But like, they could have the tendency to be kind of bitchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then immediately after that, you've got Ace of Swords, which again, swords are about communication. And again, it's an ace. So it seems like there's like some beginnings happening here, or like some type of like different offers coming in and different. So it could be like a verbal offer of something, like a verbal agreement might be coming in. And it's just a new beginning, a new start. You've got a lot of them. Let me look at the Ace of Swords ones just to be...
Why'd you put the death card upside down?
I didn't. That's how it fell.
Oh, Jesus. And it means something if it goes upside down?
Yes. They mean different things if it's upside down. So...
It means I'm going to die upside down.
Yeah.
It means I'm going to...
Yeah. Yeah, the cold-hearted
I'm
bitch
going
is
to die
going to hang you by
I'm going to die in
ankles.
69.
So the Ace of Swords, aces are beginnings, and the Ace of Swords is saying that you're on the verge of a breakthrough. You've received an aha moment from the universe, and your goals and desires are being seen with a refreshing and new mental clarity. Maybe you've just figured out what you want to do with your life, and you want to tell all your family and friends about this realized truth. Swords can speak to communication, so it's possible you are considering a new career, one which you are in a position to speak your truth and be very successful at it, which is like literally what this podcast is. So that's kind of cool.
This is kind of creepy.
Is
Keep
it?
going, yeah.
Okay, so then immediately after that, you've got the Seven of Swords, which, like, if you look at this little dude, he's, like, taking stuff, right?
He's got them bad knees.
So you might feel like somebody's taken something from you recently. You might feel, like, betrayed. And sometimes they do speak about things in the past, too, just to kind of give you confirmation that the cards are speaking about, like, accurate things.
Uh-huh.
So... it could be something that happened in the past, but it also could be something it could have to do with this card that's right below it, where it's like there might be a friend that could be betraying, or you might be having issues with. Something like that might be either coming or currently happening. So like whenever I get this card, I watch the people that I'm surrounding myself with. And it's been true for me, so be careful.
So do you think maybe I got this card because of you right now?
Maybe. And then you've got the Death card in reverse, which the Death card is all about new beginnings, like I said. So it has nothing to do with death at all.
Are you sure? Because I really hope it does.
No, it has nothing to do with death.
I've got one person in particular in my mind.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with death.
Fuck.
This one is usually like you're going to be entering a new chapter of your life. And so how are you going to respond to it?
Yeah, I'm going to celebrate. Yeah, like I'm literally there. I'm there on every single card so far.
Okay, but this doesn't have anything to do about death.
It does for me.
Just a reminder, this has nothing to do with death.
If you keep telling me new beginnings, then yeah, it does. It does. No, that card has meaning. And I'm telling you, even with your explanation, you're trying to keep it on the easy side. But I know exactly what that card means right now, and I'll tell you after.
Okay. And then you've got the Seven of Wands, which it's like...
More wand.
Yeah. So you're maybe fighting a battle, and you're kind of on top right now, and you're trying to like keep your spot.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're like fighting for...
I'm winning.
Those things. And yeah, and you're winning right now. But just be careful of who's in your circle, because then you have the Three of Cups in reversed. And so typically, like when this card's upright, I like to think about like Sex in the City, like friendships, like positive, like
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes, like just good friendships, good people that you want to have in your corner. When it's in reverse,
the rich one was a kind of a bitch.
Yeah, but without her, the show sucks. It's not near as good.
Is this where your normal tarot card readings?
I literally had this. I had this conversation the other day at work. Like, I don't do men's hair because I bring up stuff like that. Like the other day, I was cutting a guy's hair and I started talking about Emily in Paris. Why? He doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
Like, God, Haley.
Yeah. See, you can with me because I'm pretty far. Like, I'm pretty diversified.
You get it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your next one that you have is your final one, and that's Eight of Swords. So it shows like a person that's bound up and tied up. So you might be holding yourself back. Like, you might feel very, like, stuck in some aspect of your life. Again, it could be about communicating and not speaking, like, your truth, because it's a sword. So it's, again, about communication.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I can tell you there's one thing that I'll leave out of all this. Literally about an hour ago, I got a message about a job that's in the degree that I'm at. Like, I mean, I love my job. My job's great. You know, if more money's in front of me, and, you know, like, so that is very weird. We're in a huge court battle over a deal, and that's what I'll tell you about more after, but yeah, like, yeah. And, so pretty much, I literally cut off, I mean, almost everything, money-wise, you know, like, you said that with the one, was that the Pentacles?
Yeah.
I am pretty much a wizard when it comes to, like...
So King of Pentacles would be you.
Saving money and, like, adjusting this and that and financial everything. And that's even why with... I mean, this is kind of weird. This is... And, because, like, Tim Reed does this thing called manifesting or whatever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude,
I'm a manifester, too.
She manifested... She literally started doing that manifest thing. Mm-hmm. And that was, she had got taught by Rain Razor. I don't know if you know who that is. Mm-mm. She's out of the Quad Cities. She's a burlesque performer. But within 2 weeks, we got a $5,000 check.
It's kind of crazy when you realize
from 17 years ago.
My therapist is big into manifesting, and she always says things like, everything starts in your mind. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you think about it, the chair that you're sitting on didn't exist because it started somewhere in somebody's mind. So we have the ability to make our world around us. And
maybe we are. Maybe we're both doing that right now. Maybe we don't even exist.
Maybe.
But it sure feels like we do.
I would say that if this was not existing, I should be nicer to myself. Like, my fantasies should be a little different. Because it's been a little rough.
Jason Momoa will be waiting out in the car for you.
Yeah, like, I could have way better. Way easier. Yeah, life could be a lot easier.
So, now, what if I do, like, how many cards are in a deck?
I think there's 78.
78. So the next time I have you come on the podcast, can I read your...
We can do it now if you want. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tell me what you think they mean.
I feel, in the first card, I feel like,
You should recognize this card.
yeah, that's the wand. Right?
Yeah. But you had this card.
The 7 wands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, the 7 wands mean that you are maybe starting a new endeavor. You're like maybe like putting something out there for people to see that men or women can knock on, like, come sliding in your DMs. Because I got a lot of powerful woman right here. Or maybe you have a powerful woman that's in your life right now. Someone that's helping you, trying to mold you, develop you into your future self. But someone that you respect so much, but going into all these different avenues of life. And this card is telling you, you're doing it right.
Such an accurate reading.
Was anything right about what I said at all?
I mean, no.
Other than Etsy?
Other than the very specific things that you mentioned that I've already talked about.
Damn it. But did I do like a pretty good job?
No, I mean, you sounded really convincing. That's why I'm like, is this how I sound?
No, you sound like
you sound like, yeah. And then you fucking got me. Look at all that dog hair that was on that. Sorry about that. You've been looking at that the whole time?
I actually haven't looked at it once.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So we got to have you back on the podcast, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I can't believe we went for practically 2 hours.
Yeah.
That never happens. But this was a absolute blast. Where do you want everybody to find all your stuff at?
You can find me mostly on Instagram would be the easiest. So I'm Haley Does Hairs is my main profile. But then my Etsy one is Haley Goes Home Collective.
Where can people reach you for this? Just Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Facebook or Instagram. You can slide it in my DMs with that too.
Don't tell people to do that. You'll get some weird, creepy pictures real fast. That is Haley Petty. I am Shayne Neubert. That's, hey, Theresa Neubert. She's in the studio. This is Shot 30 Podcast. Shot 30 Podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox, YouTube, all those things. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, leave a review. Go to Apple Podcasts. That helps us out a ton. Or subscribe right now. Just go right down below this video, leave a comment, and subscribe, and she will be back. And next time, maybe we'll take some calls. I honestly, I know I was silly playing with your cards, but very impressed with your reading of, I know for sure mine, and then you as well. Yeah, that is you got a superpower, my friend. This is Shot 30 Podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hit it. Square. God, come on. What are you? Still the same Timmery from 12 years ago.